Hey guys, welcome to our awesome and thank you for 50 subscriber uh, um, thank you for 50 subscriptions on subscribing onto my channel. This is uh, I wasn't expecting it, but thank you for you all from doing that and giving me the 50 subscribers. That is awesome. And to celebrate my 50 subscriber video, I will be talking about a review that I recently just watched uh, just yesterday, and holy crud, I am probably not a fan of the show. You know, I am 21 and I'm kind of an adult, but I believe this show now. I believe now that's the reason why it's meant for a lot of people and for the kids, little kids. We're gonna be reviewing the movie that I was expecting that would be pretty good, but dang, it was super good, and that is Paw Patrol the movie. Um, Let me rephrase it. Paw Patrol the movie. If you know what Paw Patrol is, it is a Nickelodeon Nick Jr. show about a boy named Ryder and his six team of group of puppies that have different unique abilities. One is a police officer, the other is a firefighter. There's a recycler, a scuba, like a diver, like scuba gear diver dog, um, a wingman dog that goes in the sky, and a couple other ones. And all of them have certain abilities, and they're actually pretty fun characters to like about. And if you don't know what Paw Patrol is mostly about, basically, the Paw Patrol tower or Paw Patrol team, they live in a town named Adventure Bay, and if there's any problem in Adventure Bay, people will call them, and then they'll go and rescue them. Think of it like you ever watched Transformers Rescue Bots? It's like that without Transformers. It's with dogs. So think of it like Transformer Rescue Bots, but with dogs. Get it? You probably already know what Paw Patrol is. So yeah, but okay. For the longest time, I'm 21 years old, and you would think that since I'm 21 years old, I would not like a kids movie that's all about Nick Jr. stuff. But it's actually kind of fun because it's actually kind of funny because I actually grew up with Nick Jr. a little bit, and I actually like the show still to this day. Wow Wow Wubsy, really good show, awesome theme song. Go Diego Go, one of my best ones. I never got into Dora. I never will because Dora is God, guys. I'm gonna be a little crap about this, but I don't really like Dora. It's just not my thing. I know she got a movie. I might watch that, and if it surprises me, it'll surprise me. But I am not watching the original series. No way. Dora really got me. There was no fun things with Dora. Nothing. And I'm not gonna say like it's a bad show. It's a good show for kids and little kids and whoever that's watching. But um, but it's not my. It wasn't my cup of tea. I did like Dora's brother Diego, and then when I heard he was getting his own show, I was like, yes, yes. And then when his show came out, oh my god, so good. It was, oh man, better. I would think it's better than Dora, and that's a statement that I'll do another video. If I do another review, I'll probably do a Go Diego Go, the show review. But I'll have to do some research about that show again. Anyways, Paw Patrol the movie. Now, Paw Patrol the movie is a 2021 movie that just came out at least, I think, a month ago. I believe so. It came out recently. But okay. It's not that I don't appreciate different Nick Jr. shows. It's just that Paw Patrol never got to me. I never was a big fan of it. I watched some episodes and they were fine. I do like the theme song. It's very catchy, very, very undermazed. But oh my god! Before I even get started this review, I did not know that Paw Patrol, the people that make Paw Patrol, the Nick Jr. show that's on Nickelodeon, are the people that did Bakugan, and Beyblades. That is Spin Master Studios. And I did not know that. I literally did not know that. I love Bakugan, and I love Beyblades. But I never knew they are the one people, they also made Paw Patrol. What? That just means Drago from Bakugan is a Paw Patrol member. Basically. In dog form. If Drago was a dog, then yeah. It almost is kind of like a mix of like Bakugan and Transformers Rescue Bots. In a weird way, but for kids, little kids. But anyways, this movie that I watched, Paw Patrol the movie, I really wasn't expecting to be a good movie, but oh my god, this movie blew me away. So many funny scenes, so many very clever and unique ways to describe each of the dogs, but in a way that's kind of fun for kids and adults. There was so many good jokes in the movie. There were so many good. The animation, holy crap! The animation is like top notch. It's like almost like realistic, a little bit. Like it's almost to the point where it's like very realistic, but still cartoon, and that's so weird. But it works. I don't know how, but it works. And it's, man, this movie really blew me away. So, anyways, let's just get to this review. So, if you don't know what Paw Patrol the movie is about, and this will be spoilers, so if you watch this video, go watch the movie and then come back. But if you have watched the movie, then keep watching. Anyways, here's what the movie's about. The movie's basically about the Paw Patrol people, dogs, and Ryder. They live in Adventure Bay, and the notorious villain, Mandinger, is it Mandinger? Yeah, Mandinger? Mandinger? Yeah, it's someone, Mandinger or someone. But he's like the mustache person. He hates dogs, and he doesn't like to be loved, but loves cats, and he's very over the top stuff. So he has settled himself in Adventure City to get away from the dogs, to get away from the Paw Patrol. But he gets elected to be mayor because of one of the candidates that were doing the marriage thing. They were one of them got dispromoted, and that's the reason he got chosen. I don't know how that makes any sense, but it's a kids movie, so whatever. But I didn't mind Mandinger a little bit. He was kind of funny at first, but then as the movie goes, he's just such a freaking idiot. Every single time, like, he's on the screen, he doesn't care of who gets in trouble. He doesn't care who gets in like danger. All he cares about is having the people with him, and that's it. And I really wanted him just to get punched, and it was. I know it's for kids, but man, it was so hard to watch that dude. It didn't ruin the movie for me. No, I didn't ruin the movie. It's just that guy really got my nerves. He was so dumb. Like there's a point where the guy goes to basically to a science like like a science like room for school people, and they're testing out this whether like it's supposed to suck up clouds and literally like store them. Think of the Flintstoner from the Flintstoner from Cloud Cheese and Meatballs from invented by Flint Lockwood, and his food weather machine, which is called the food weather machine because I can't actually say that again. I remember I could, but this now I can't. But anyways, think of that, but it's like if it was a little bigger, and instead of shooting food out, it would suck up clouds. Very, very cool concept. It's actually not bad. But Mandir wants this thing to suck up all the clouds in Adventure City, so that way there's no rain and there's no weather. He just wants sun all the time. And I get it for his one point. Yeah, a lot of people don't like rain, but that's a weather phenomenon. You don't want to stop rain, because if you stop rain, all that force that you're going to do is going to become something way worse. And it's your fault you did that. Of course, he doesn't care, so he managed to get them to make them to do this, but there's a girl that's literally warning him every single scene. He's like, Mr. Mandiger, the machine started to overload. We need to get it down now. And he's like, nonsense. I am going to be this close to become mayor. I do not need your penny thoughts. So beat it. He's just that like selfish, and I really wish he got punched. I know it's a kid's movie, but dang, it just really, I just want to punch him that badly. But at first he was a funny character. I didn't mind him. He was kind of weird at first, but then as the movie goes, he's like, oh god, this guy is stupid. He doesn't care about anything that he does, and he doesn't care if someone gets hurt. Okay, so after the Mandiger problem, a dog named Liberty calls the Paw Patrol from Adventure Bay and tells them about Mandiger's plan to basically try to rule Adventure City by becoming mayor and just basically disrupting the city's stuff. So Ryder, Chase, Marshall, actually no, it's Ryder, Marshall, Zuma, Sky, Rocky, Rubble, but for some reason Chase doesn't want to go at first. And the reason why he didn't want to go at first is because there's a backstory. I was not expecting that backstory. Okay, we're gonna get a backstory with one of the characters that we get to see. Because I knew from the show Chase is kind of like the brave dog. He's not like Marshall. He's so clumsy, he doesn't care. I mean, no, actually Marshall does care. It's just that he's so clumsy. He's basically Patrick, but Patrick is a dog. But a smart Patrick, as you may say. Marshall is like the smartest Patrick, but he's also as clumsy as Patrick. So that's what I'm saying with Marshall. But anyways, Chase has a backstory where when he was a pup, he was abandoned in Adventure City. And ever since then, he has just had this fear that if he goes back, he won't be as strong as he was when he was just a dog, a puppy. And I get it for that scenario, but I actually don't mind this lesson. It's a very good lesson, and I like it a lot, but they take it in a way it's it almost feels like it's too serious at sometimes, but then they slowly wrap it up and okay, it's not that serious. I loved Ryder. He was such a fun character. He actually was really good. Now I really respect Ryder and his pride. Even though he's the person that's supposed to help the dogs when they need the most, but he's basically there it's kind of he's almost like a sergeant, like a mini sergeant but a good sergeant. He doesn't yell at dogs. He's more like, we have a mission to do, pups, so let's do it. And let's do it together. So I like it. Marshall's there. Marshall in this movie, not clumsy as much. There's a couple parts he was clumsy, but not much. He was actually very useful in this movie. I love the scenes where he had his water firefighter machine cannon thing, and that looked sick. I was like, oh, that is so cool. It reminded me of it literally reminded me of Big Hero 6 mixed with Bolt. Yeah, this movie reminded me of a Disney movie. It's so weird, but this movie reminded me of so many movies, but I loved it. I really did. And anyways, back to what happened. So basically, Ryder tells about Chase, I'm going to we're gonna have to go together. We need it. We need your help, and I'm not going unless you're going. And he doesn't force Chase to go with him. He just says to Chase, I know you're scared, and you know what? I'm scared as well. But we are the people. We're the ones that are gonna help, and that's our duty. And if we don't help, then we don't. It's not. he's basically saying to Chase that if we're not going to help them, what's the point of being us to be heroes? So this makes Chase to decide to get rid of his fear and actually go with them. So they go to Adventure City, and Ryder had already built a version of the Paw Patrol Tower, but in modern city-like style. And this is a funny scene when they go to this tower, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" And then one is like, "How could you afford this?" And Ryder just says to all the pups, "I've been selling our merchandise, and they've been selling like hotcakes. That's because I'll be able to buy all this stuff." And I saw him where he had clothes from the merchandise where you can get like the Paw Patrol cartoon clothing. I was like, dude, they mentioned that? Oh, that's so funny. What? It's still not replaced in the movie, but that is just what? Okay. Wasn't expecting that, but okay, that's funny as hell. Anyways, there's a lot of good like action. I wasn't really like I wasn't expecting like that much action, because in Paw Patrol every episode there's not much action. It's more about just a rescue mission and them just trying to learn a lesson through that episode. But in this movie, there is like tons of scenes where like it feels like the people are in danger. Like when Mandinger shoots his fireworks, he doesn't, because this guy is like, he's shooting fireworks one at a time, and he's like, "Get out of my way! I'm gonna start doing this way quicker, and we need all the fireworks." So he just starts like messing with all the buttons of the firework machine. It all go off, but for some reason, since all of them are going off, it starts to collapse, and since it collapses, the fireworks go everywhere, and they start exploding everywhere. And the explosions are actually starting to cause fires. They're starting to cause a bunch of damage, and this havoc, because on top of the Paw Patrol Tower, Zuma is looking down and is like, I don't think fireworks are supposed to be like going. Are they supposed to be going up and not down? And then Ryder, they go in the holographic projector. They figure out what's going on. The fireworks are being destroyed because the fireworks are being blown out because Mendinger's like supports broke. So they suit up, and oh my god, the suit up scene! Holy crud! Something out of like Transformers meets like God. I don't know what kind of movie I was if I was gonna think about it, but suit up scene. Wow! Oh, I was not expecting the cool. It was like the coolest suit up scene ever. And they got their cars. I mean, dang. The cars look sick. They almost look metal and plastic in some way, but they just look so good. I love the part where the ramp comes out and everyone's like, "Oh, here they come!" And of course they have to just play out their "Here we go." So they play that song so they can go and stop this fireworks display from destroying the city. The funniest thing is that they're going to the thing, but then all of a sudden they're stuck in traffic. And the Ryder's like, "Oh, come on!" He says, "Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? Seriously?" Yeah, you're in a city now, dude. Kid, you have to respect the law. But then Liberty comes out of nowhere. She helps them get to the fireworks display, and they're able to manage to get the fireworks to stop and to save the day. Now, there's one part where Chase tries to save some people on top of like a bank building. It's on fire, and he tries, but then when he goes up there, he forgets to like take off his like parachute, so the wind blows him off, and since his parachute is like on him, he's just dangling on like the side of the building. Actually, he's hanging off the building, but there's the ropes like grabbing him so he doesn't fall all the way. So then Ryder says to Marshall to help Chase and the citizens. So Marshall shoots his water cannon at Chase, so that way the fire goes away. It makes Chase all wet, of course. But then Marshall like puts out the fire. He says to people, "Stand back while I do this." And they stand back, and they. Oh man, there's so many good like awesome scenes in this movie. I wasn't expecting it, but I loved it. After that, Ryder and Chase have this like talk to talk. Like Chase really saw it that like I I really should have like I should have took off my parachute, but I just I lost it for some reason. And Ryder's like, it's okay. We all have bad days, Chase. We'll try next time. The next time we have a new like thing. And will you be ready? And Chase is like, yeah, I hope so. Well, I don't think he said that, but like like it's just something I just came up with. But there's a lot of good stuff with this movie. There's a lot of like the lesson of like face your own fears. If you don't face your own fears, you won't become a hero, because a lot of heroes, they face their own fears. They face what fears are like, and that's kind of like if you're gonna become a Green Lantern, you need to face your own fears. You can't be scared. So yeah, it's I love this movie. It was very. I was expecting something different, but wow, this movie really had something this. It just, I don't know. It was so good. Oh man, because after this, Chase is trying to sleep. He can't sleep. He goes and goes up to the window, and you see this nice music. It's not that loud. It's very nice, and he looks at the window, and there's no music. I mean, there's a little music, but there's no like he's not talking. He's just looking at the window. He does do one like that, but he doesn't like say anything. He just like sighs, and that scene alone is like, wow. I felt bad for Chase. Like I felt like he made a mistake, but like he feels really bad. He should have done better. And in honest point, yes, but I do believe like he might have had something, and if it was just that the fear of like not being able to rescue them, then yeah. Hang on, I'll be right back. I need to take a quick break. Sorry for that. Anyways, after that little like mishap, Mandir like gets really he gets mad because the Paw Patrol just like they ruin his Mayor cool fireworks display thing. So, but he doesn't get it because he's the one that blew the fireworks. He blew the fireworks, and then his hat got blown off and destroyed, and then the guy gave him a new hat. He's like, thank you. And then they run, and then he blames the pups. Dude, you're the one that's blaming. You're the one that's not blaming anyone. You're the one that did this. It's such. Oh my god. Mandiger's such an idiot. Anyways, he goes to his henchman, tells him, I want you to find those Paw Patrol and get them and put them in a cage so that they'll never, ever mess with my stuff. So I can become mayor still. That's literally his voice. He's just this rapsy weird dude that just like everything's like typical to him. He doesn't think about the bigger picture. Dude, you're not the one. They're not the one that ruined you. You're the one that ruined your own self. Your fire display went out of control. Anyways, next morning he's basically doing another thing, but this time for the trains. But oh, good lord, dude, that is more worse than fireworks. He creates 3 loopy-loops on a train track for the subway. No. That's bad. That's really bad. You don't make roller coaster tracks for train stations. Only roller coasters are meant for that. Not for a subway train. They're not as fast. So, for the honest reason, it breaks. They almost fall off the track, but they go all the way up to the loop, and their race is stuck on top of the loop, dangling from the on the ground while the ground's starting to collapse on itself. So Ryder and his pups go back and they stop the thing from collapsing. Ryder says to Chase, "Can you get the citizens to safety?" And he's like, "Yeah, I can." He's like, "Are you sure?" "Yes, Ryder, I can do it." So he's like, "Okay." So he goes up the building. He shoots his grappling hook towards the building, and he's about to do it, but then he has another fear. He's a fear of heights, and his paw breaks a piece of the ground. It falls and it hits the ground. He's whimpering, and Ryder just says, "Sky, go and save Chase," and then it says, "Marshall, go and help the people." And Marshall's like, "Okay, okay." So Marshall goes up. He uses his ladder power and boosts it up to the train. The train people like ride down his ladder slide, and they're able to be in safety. Now, it really shocked me that I was not expecting at all. Was basically after the second time they go on doing a rescue, Ryder says to Chase that we're the ones that are gonna Chase, me, Marshall, Zuma, and Sky and Rubble and Rocky will do the rescuing. You need to sit out for right now. And Chase is like, "No, no, no, no! You can't. I'm not. What? Why are you doing this?" And he's like, "Chase, man, buddy, you're. How do I explain this? You're basically you couldn't do something. I don't want you. I don't want you getting hurt. Okay." And then Chase has this like fit. He's like, "This is why I didn't want to come to Adventure City because of this. And you promised me that nothing would happen." "I was wrong." So he runs. He runs away from Ryder, and Ryder's like, "Oh, Chase!" Ryder chases Ryder chases Chase, and Chase gone. He goes he's gone. Ryder finds his name tag, his like collar tag, and the boss people from the people that did Mandigger caught him, and they're bringing him to a like a pet, like like, God, what's it called? Oh God, it's it's pet shelter, a pet shelter. So Chase goes into a pet shelter, and he is met by a couple dogs. And I just thought, did we just change movies? Because it feels like we just went from a Paw Patrol movie to this movie. It's like it's so random. It's almost like we went to the serial like a Pets. It's not a long scene. It's not like they're in that long for a while. They're in there for a while, just a little bit. It's really weird that they did that. It's almost like they shouldn't have done that. They could have had Chase just run back to Adventure Bay. Ryder finds him, and that could have like ended that sort of idea. But the idea of them doing the idea of like, oh, Chase got captured and he went to a dog shelter. I didn't mind it at first. It was really weird. And there's one dog that I heard, and he sounded so familiar. I don't know where what kind of cartoon I watched him, but he sounded very familiar. I just don't know who it was. Just the voice of the one, I think it was a golden retriever, was talking. Okay, so when Chase goes into this like pet shelter, he meets a couple of dogs. One is like a big snowball like poodle dog. There's one that's a golden retriever. The other is a white, like the hair is all over their face. And God, they're called Snoop Dogs. No, that's Dogs. like what they're called. They're like the rug dogs. They have like they look like a big rug because their hair is all over them. And then there's the um there's like a small Chihuahua, and he's all exaggerated, excited, and extremely like I was like, okay, dude, I think you got too many coffees, and Chase is like, where am I? And then they're like, "Oh, you're in a dog shelter." And he's like, "Oh no!" It's so funny. It's so over the top. It's like, okay, I get it. It's a kid movie, but oh my goodness, it's a little different than just the tone. Ryder and Liberty, they go into a store, and they find that a lot of dogs have been going missing for some reason. And Ryder's like, that's not coincidental that there's a lot of dogs going missing. I lost Chase. Now there's like more dogs being missing. That's not really a coincidence, right? And then they're like, so Liberty has the idea to do something to Mandinger so that way she could get into the place where Chase is, so that way Ryder can like find him and get him home or get him back to the team. That was smart. That was really smart. I wasn't expecting that, and wow, that was geniusly smart. Liberty does that. Liberty does. Mandinger is trying to do another speech, and his speech gets interrupted by Liberty. Liberty gets gone to the animal shelter, but since his thing's still live, his pants was ripped off, and I already saw his like underpants, and his underpants just has kitty cats on. And I was like, wow, you really do like kitty cats. Wow. And yeah, wow. This. Whew. So after this, Liberty goes to the shelter, and she finds Chase, and there's a little like talk to talk, dog to dog. Like Liberty says to Chase, it's okay to like not be afraid. Look, it's always like, okay, if you're afraid to be someone, then you're not going to be able to actually do what's right. Every hero has to make has a choice, even if it has to be the choice of being afraid of something. There's a lot when you're being a hero. Sometimes heroes can also be afraid, and you have to conquer that. So Chase, he's like, okay. And then there's a big like rumbling, and then rubble blasts through, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Chase!" And then Chase goes back to Ryder. Ryder decides to bring Chase to somewhere that maybe it'll bring his memory back, so that way Ryder can give him kind of like almost like a last story bit of his like backstory while that goes to the Paw Patrol Tower. So Ryder takes Chase to basically where he was, where Ryder found Chase. Of course, Chase says, "Why did you bring me to the place that you found me? I don't feel great here." And Ryder's like, "Do you know why you know why you know why do you know the reason why I adopted you, Chase?" He's like, "Not really. Why?" "Well, it wasn't. I didn't adopt you because you were just a lone pup. I adopted you because I saw you were as brave as any other dog I've ever seen, and you were brave just to be in the big city. I saw you as this brave dog, and I knew that if I took you, you'd be the most bravest dog that I've ever had." It's not a sad moment scene, but it does bring Chase's like fear down, and he believes now that like Ryder's right. If Ryder believed in me if I was a brave dog, then I should believe in myself that I can actually do this. So the last part of the movie is that remember that giant weather machine that the girl was talking about? Well, it explodes as this giant storm that just is made on Mandir's like giant tower, and it's about to destroy the city. The Paw Patrol people, the Paw Patrol like gang, they suit up and they go and stop it. And since Liberty was the one that helped him a couple times, Ryder decided to make Liberty an official Paw Patrol member, and she had her own Paw Patrol vehicle. And I just thought, oh my god, that is so cute and fun. And oh man, I love that scene. It's so good. Um, she she helps Zuma to get some of the because the car fell into a river and it's being dragged against the dam of where the city's like water goes. So Zuma uses his scuba vehicle, and Liberty goes on Zuma's like rescue boat, and they're able to just basically get the car to safety and the people to safety. There's a funny scene during that scene where Zuma dives in with his scuba mask and he goes around the car, and then there's a kid taking a selfie. And they're like, the mother's like, this is not a good time for a selfie. And I'm like, yeah, what the heck? What? Dude, you're in the middle, you're in a car, and you're in water, and you're about to be saved by a dog. You're taking a selfie as your last minute. It's like, what? God, I'm telling you, random moments that just happen. I'm like, whoa, didn't expect that. But it's okay. Ryder goes up in the top of the building. He helps Mandir out since the power goes off. Ryder goes up to the top of the elevator, and he says, I don't appreciate doing rescuing you, but I do appreciate doing this. And he just flips the lever down, and they go flying down. He's just yelling down all the way down the floors, and he's just counting all the floors down. And then he's like, boop, and he's like still yelling. And then he's like, oh, I'm okay, I think. Come on, kiddies, we need to get out of here. Ryder tries to get down the shaft. The storm is so powerful, it blows the tower that's on the top to basically collapse and kind of smash on top of the building. And Ryder's like, I believe I guess what happened was the entire like side of the elevator collapsed and fell on top of the building, and he got smothered in the other side of the building that was collapsed around him. Chase sees this, and he's like, Ryder! So he goes and saves Chase. He goes and saves Ryder to by using his armor vehicle to get through all the junk, and then he uses his newest mode, which is motorcycle mode, and sticky, I think he said plunger mode, where he was able to get on top of the tower by like basically using gecko like wheels to stick to the glass and metal to get on top of the roof by basically almost barely going across some of the stuff that's falling off the building. He gets on top of the building. He goes through the elevator shaft. He sees Ryder's light. He goes up to the light, but he notices that there's a huge, it's like from this side to this side. It's a big drop. And he doesn't know if he's going to do it. He thinks back to what Ryder said. He still believes that Ryder still believes that he's a brave pup. He wouldn't have adopted him if he didn't see him as like that. So Ryder Chase tries to shoot his grappling hook to the next building, but the wind blows it. He dangles almost off the edge. His hat flies off. He barely gets back up to the top, and he's like the rain stripping on him. He's still kind of scared, but then he decides to go and just man up and dog up and jump from one side of the building to the next. And I was like, oh my god! I was just freaked out that Chase was gonna fall. But it's like a freaking scene on a boat, like just jumped from one side of the building to the next. And he's able to get to the top, go to help Ryder. Ryder is in like some rocks. Ryder at first says, "I can't get out. I can't get out." So they try to push again, and then while Chase is pushing, while Ryder is chasing the rock, so basically what happens is Ryder's underneath like these boulders, and Chase finds him. Chase says to Ryder, "I'm here to help you, Ryder." And Ryder's like, "I'm stuck, Chase. I can't get out." And then Chase says to Ryder, "On three, we're gonna push it together." So they both try to push it to get his foot out, but he's like, "It's not working. You're gonna have to go without me." He's like, and Chase is like, "No, try again." So Ryder tries while Chase basically goes underneath the rock, and he uses his head to bust through the rock, and they're able to get his foot out. And Ryder says, "You saved me, Chase. Let's go. Let's go and let's go back down to the bottom and see if the others are okay." And Chase is like, "Okay." So they go back. They go down the hill, up in the sky. Sky is trying to stop the weather machine from this becoming basically become more like disrupted and become a bigger giant storm. So she tries to shoot her cannon that has a what's it called a net, and it gets electrocuted, and she almost gets electrocuted and just falls out of the sky. But then she's able to reel herself up, and then she does something that's typically done in a couple of movies where the guy just like says screw it, and he just fires it all the way towards the thing, and then just says eject, and then she ejects, bam, an explosion, and straight out of something clashing to meatballs, boom, the entire place instead becomes like storm. It becomes back to weather and sunny days. She's just falling, and she uses her new backpack to fly around and basically settle under the ground. There was also another scene during the storm where a car gets blown out, and it's about to hit one of Larry's like family that she knows. So Chase fires his net, and it wraps around two poles, and it actually stops the car from hitting them. And Ryder's like, "Nice shot, Chase." So that's another scene that I remember. After the storm, Mandir says, "Well, I better be going." And then they're like, "No, it's not just." Chase says, "Not so fast. You have caused so much disruption and destruction. You're going to jail, Mandinger." Mandir's like, "You can't send me to jail. I'm the mayor, and the mayor doesn't need to go to jail." So he starts running, and Sky uses her new drone to basically grab his bottom and rip his pants off, and basically drag him towards the police officers. And he's like, it's so funny, and I love this movie. And wow, this movie really surprised me. Like, man, wow, this movie is this is probably my favorite Nickelodeon movie from Rango, and that's saying something. This is, oh my god, now I am 21 years old. I am now officially a Paw Patrol favorite fan, and I like Paw Patrol. Chase, Sky, Zuma, Rocky, Rubble, and Marshall and Ryder. Super cool characters. It really reminds me of Bob the Builder, where Scoop, Monk, Dizzy, and Rolly, and Lifty with Bob and his you know, person. I forgot what her name was, but yeah, it's fine. Um, yeah, I love this movie. This was really very surprising, and I really hope this review shows you that the movies that you watch can be good, even if you don't think they'll be good. And I really wasn't expecting as much to be with Paw Patrol the movie, but wow, I was blown away to the point where they did so many good things in this movie that if they just did a new series of this same animation, we would have so many new cool adventures in Adventure City, like so many better ones. So if Nick Jr. does do a new version of Paw Patrol, but it's also for teens and adults with the kids sort of idea, I think it could work. Like Paw Patrol Adventures in Adventure City and not Adventure Bay because they've upgraded from their bay to Adventure City. So now there's more dangers that are way worse, but this time they make more sense for teens to actually watch and for adults and for kids, of course, because it would be the same humor, but it'd be more like life threatening for the people that are being hurt in the process, but they're able to save them from these actual like collisions and stuff. So yeah, and okay, I rate this movie. So okay, for its story, I rate it an 8.5 for its story. For its animation, a 9.5. And for its characters, holy crap, I have to say it, it's a 10 plus 10. That I give this a 9.6 rating of this being my favorite movie of this year. And typically my favorite movie of Nickelodeon for right now. Disney's Luca was very good too, but I rate that one 85 because it was Disney, so nothing really surprised me, but there was stuff that kind of surprised me with Luca, but that was it. And I might do a review on Luca too, but if you want me to do a review on Luca, I will in the future. But yeah, Paw Patrol the movie. Watch it and see for yourself because this movie seriously surprised me. I'm 21 years old. I'll be watching the new show every day and probably the old ones as well. This has been crazy. This has been my review. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for 50 subscribers. That is a really good thing for me because that means I can make more videos for you guys. And to tell you this right now, I will make more videos in the future. I promise you. The Blob 3, I mean, not the Blob 3, the Blob Part 3 will be on Thursday, and Control Part 3 will be on Thursday as well. So get ready for those, and I might do more drawing videos because I have gotten better. So see you in the future for all my newest videos. And yeah, very good movie. Crazy Zombie is out. Bye.